All right, let's talk about a classic challenge that pretty much every developer, founder, or creator runs into. You've got a great idea, and you have a huge list of people you need to tell about it. Today, we're going to build a Python script to send personalized emails. It's a skill you'll want to have in your back pocket for sure. Let's dive in.
So picture this. You've got a list of 1,000 potential sponsors, or maybe new users, or just community members. You know that sitting there and manually copy-pasting is just not going to happen. But like a founder on Reddit found out the hard way, just writing a simple script to loop through that list and hit send usually ends up in one place, and that's the spam folder. So how do we actually do this right?
Here's the roadmap for today. We're going to follow the entire journey. We'll start with the big dream of automation. Then we'll build our very first script with Python's core tools. After that, we'll figure out how to personalize it, add some professional style, and then we'll tackle the biggest hurdle of them all, deliverability. And finally, we'll unlock what I like to call the professional's playbook for getting your emails where they need to go.
Okay, first things first, the dream. We want to get away from that soul-crushing manual work and let our code do all the heavy lifting for us.
So, what's the end game here? Well, it's a single Python script that can fire off hundreds of personalized emails. I mean, think about it. Each email with a custom greeting, maybe mentioning the person's company, and even attaching a unique, tailored proposal. That is a total game changer.
To build this awesome script, we've got to start with the basics. And luckily, Python actually comes with all the tools we need right out of the box to get our very first email sent.
To pull this off, you really just need a team of 3 core libraries. So think of SMTlib as your mail carrier. It's the thing that actually connects to the mail server, like Gmail's. Then you have the email.mime package, which is kind of like your digital stationery. It helps you build the actual message, everything from the subject line to the body. And finally, SSL is your security guard, making sure that connection is encrypted so your login info and your message stay totally private.
The whole process really just breaks down into 4 simple steps. First, you connect to the server. Then, you secure that connection. After that, you log in. And pro tip, you should definitely use an app-specific password here. It's way more secure. And finally, you just send the message. And just like that, boom, our first automated email is out the door.
Sending one email is a great start, for sure. But the real magic, the real power, comes from personalizing these things at scale. So how do we go from sending one email to sending 1,000?
While the secret is basically a modern version of the old-school mail merge, first you get all your contacts, name, email, maybe their company, into a simple spreadsheet, a CSV file. Then you bring in this powerhouse Python library called Pandas. It's absolutely brilliant for reading and working with data like this. Your script can then just loop through each contact, kind of like a factory assembly line, using f-strings to pop their unique data right into the email template, and then sending them out one by one by one.
Okay, so our script is sending out personalized emails. Awesome. But let's be real, a plain text email can feel a little basic. To really stand out and grab someone's attention, we need some professional formatting and, of course, the ability to add attachments.
I mean, this is basically the difference between sending a plain memo and a full-color, glossy brochure. Plain text gets the job done, but HTML lets you create really rich, engaging content. And by using a templating engine, something like Ginger 2, you can design these beautiful HTML templates with professional layouts, custom fonts, even images. Then your Python script just does its thing, filling in those templates with the personalized data we talked about.
And what about those custom proposals we dreamed of? Well, that email.mime package we mentioned has got us covered there too. There's a class called MimeBase that lets us read a file from our computer, say a PDF, and code it into a format that email servers can understand, and then just tack it onto our message. Now, each person on your list can get their own unique document.
So, at this point, our script is a masterpiece, right? It sends beautiful, personalized HTML emails with custom attachments. We hit run, it finishes with 0 errors, and then we hit a wall. This is hands down the biggest and most frustrating problem in this entire process.
This is the question that haunts every single developer who has tried this. You feel like you've done everything right on your end, but your perfectly crafted emails are just vanishing. They're disappearing into some digital void, and more than likely, they're landing right in the spam folder, never to be seen. But why?
Well, the reasons are pretty complex.
Email providers like Google are just incredibly smart at spotting what looks like bot behavior. If they see 100 emails being fired off in 5 minutes from a single personal Gmail account, that's a giant red flag. They see the high volume, the super fast sending rate, and an unauthenticated domain, and their brain just screams spammer. Honestly, even trying to be clever and adding a delay between emails usually isn't enough to fool them. And it goes even deeper than that. As Igor Harchak from MailerCheck points out, even if an email address looks correct, your script has no way of knowing if that mailbox actually exists or if it's even set up to receive mail. And every time you send to a bad address, it hurts your sender reputation, which makes it even more likely that your next batch of emails will get flagged as spam. It's a vicious cycle.
So, if the do-it-yourself approach is basically a minefield, what do the pros do? This is where we make a critical shift. We move from a home-brewed solution to an industry-standard one. It's time to open up the professional's playbook.
The pro approach is fundamentally different. Instead of trying to connect directly to your personal mail server, pros use something called a transactional email service. Companies like SendGrid, Bravo, or Amazon SES. These platforms are built for one thing and one thing only: sending automated emails at a massive scale. They manage the server reputation, the authentication, and all those other deliverability headaches for you. Your script's job suddenly becomes way simpler. It just has to make a single, easy API call.
And, the results here really speak for themselves. While your DIY script might be lucky to see half its emails avoid the spam folder, a dedicated service can hit deliverability rates of 98% or even higher. Plus, they give you these incredible analytics, so you can actually track who opened your email and who clicked your links. It's a whole new level of insight.
So what exactly are these services? The easiest way to think of them is as expert mail carriers for your app. You just hand them your email, and they use their massive, trusted infrastructure to guarantee it gets delivered. They handle all the nerdy technical stuff, like SPF and DKM records, which are basically like digital passports that prove to other mail servers that your email is legit and not some kind of forgery.
Now, you might be thinking, okay, this sounds professional, which means it sounds expensive. But here's the crucial part. It's often free to get started. Many of these pro services have incredibly generous free tiers. Amazon SES, for instance, lets you send up to 62,000 emails a month without paying a single cent. That puts professional-grade tools within reach of literally everyone.
So, your script is perfect. Your emails are finally landing in the inbox. You've won, right? Well, almost. The final critical step in the professional's playbook is to think about the law. Are your emails and your outreach efforts compliant with regulations like GDPR? Now that's a whole other topic for another explainer, but it is the crucial next question you have to ask on the path to truly professional outreach. Thanks for watching.